like the you know, the streams. You've seen me work with 10-year-old outdated equipment for so long. If you've loved all these upgrades that I've had this year, you're absolutely going to love when I have a better capture streaming PC and I'm able to put out better quality videos and better quality streams. Notably on YouTube, you guys had better quality streams. And then when I started dual streaming, I had to downgrade the YouTube streams. So now when I get all this new equipment, I'll be able to go back to the old high quality streams again on YouTube, which will be awesome, right? Good stuff. I'm very excited. So let's do it. First of all, I got a small purchase. All right, a small one as a result of the Black Friday deals that I've already started. For those who don't know, Black Friday is this Friday. All right, this coming Friday. But for some odd reason, no one actually sells anything for a discount on Black Friday anymore. All these businesses start their Black Friday deals a few days ago. Like the Friday before Black Friday, now is Black Friday. So all these deals hit the internet. And one of the ones that I jumped on was that game controllers have dropped in price. And I got a new one for my PlayStation 5. I'll tell you why in a second. I got the crazy metallic indigo PlayStation 5 controller. Normally, like $79.99, some astronomical price. I got it for, I think, $55. So it was like 15 bucks off or something like that. So pretty awesome looking, huh? It shines all around, too. The entire controller has this metallic sheen to it. It looks pretty dope. Now, to be honest, I was going to try to get the 30th anniversary PlayStation 1 anniversary controller, which they're selling for PS5. It's a normal PS5 controller, but it has a color scheme that looks like the original PS1. So I tried to get it, and it went for sale. I think it was at Walmart, okay? They put a bunch of them up on the site. The moment they put them up, I was there. I clicked the link. I went to the site. I put my information in. I went to checkout, and they were already sold out. And I was like, what? How could it possibly already be sold out? I literally clicked the link the moment it went live. And it actually said 300 people also had it in the cart and couldn't check out because it had already sold out. So I couldn't get that one. But I said, well, I'll just get a cool color then. I got this one. I thought they had a few different ones. There was this one. There was a pearl color that was white and metallic. But I thought that this indigo metallic looked a little better. Now, you might say, well, why did Phil buy another PS5 controller? Doesn't he already have one? Well, I do. I've been using this one for about a year. In fact, I bought this one a year ago. I want to say around Black Friday, too. I can't remember exactly when. The problem is, as I've been playing Bloodborne, I've noticed when I'm using this trigger right here, it doesn't feel right. And then I started testing it against, yeah, they feel completely different. So this one has a nice, firm click. This one, as I'm doing it, feels mushy. So what that means is this button's wearing out already. And I haven't even used the controller for a year, and it's having issues. I noticed as I was playing Bloodborne that sometimes our combos weren't completing, and I was like, why is it not completing? Because the button is kind of half and half. Dang it. You know, for a controller that I'm not using that much. But hey, I'm now playing Dragon Age the Veilguard. I'm playing Bloodborne on the PS5 Pro. I need a controller that's going to work better. Now, you might say, well, why don't you just use the controller that came with your PS5 Pro? Because I gave it to my wife. My wife is now using my baseline PS5, so I gave her that controller, so I can't take it back. You know, I'd be pretty messed up. So that's why I got a new one. So I like the looks of this one. I'm just pretty upset that a button's worn out already. Stupid. So, yeah, it's metallic indigo today as I play Bloodborne on my first stream. Hopefully it's a good one. I mean, it feels fine. I haven't used it yet, but it feels good. See, this is a nice, solid, sharp click. It's not mushy. The other button's mushy. Very good. Okay, so that was my first purchase, okay? So I've been speaking with multiple people about a new PC to capture and stream from, all right? I definitely need one that's going to be kind of future-proofed, meaning it's going to be good for many years. This PC I have has lasted 10 years. Do I expect that my next PC will last 10 years? No. I've literally never owned a PC that lasted that long until this one. I can't believe this one lasted 10 years. Seriously. Now, technology has advanced so much. Everything is so different now. Maybe it would. I don't know. So I'm looking for something that has a decent processor, a good graphics card, but some factors that a lot of people haven't realized. You need one that has a good motherboard. So you have the slots you need to put in expansion stuff. Like, for example, I got to get an internal capture card that's going to do up to 4K. Maybe even have better pass-through and have all these nice features. I want to have a really good capture setup. Okay. I can't do that with a PC that just doesn't have that. And people were suggesting to me PCs, oh, look, this one has a great processor. Yeah, but the motherboard's tiny. You can't even put anything in there. So I wouldn't even be able to have an internal capture card with this PC. So what's the point, right? So, all that being said, I basically started getting the components that I need for the new PC before I actually ordered the new PC. You want to know why? Because a lot of these components are now currently on a Black Friday sale. So they're cheaper now, but only for this week. And then the prices are going to go back up to normal. And I was going to hold off until I bought the PC. And then all of a sudden, I started looking at the stuff that I had. Basically, I had a lot of it in my cart, right, in Amazon. And all of a sudden, all the dates of delivery started getting pushed into like mid to late December. I said, oh shit. So what's happening is people are buying these items gradually over the week, and now the stock is gone. So now you're on back order until the next shipment comes in. What am I going to do with it if I got to wait until mid to late December? If I buy a PC, I can't use it. I won't have the capture card. I won't have the hard drive. I won't have anything I need to use it. Like, so I got to get everything now. So I actually did start getting everything. Okay, first thing that I actually bought were these. And this is funny. I swear the prices have gone up because let me show you. So I bought 2 of these battery backup surge protectors. Okay, but I swear they were cheaper than this because I got 2 of them. And even after like checkout and everything, they were $300 for both. So how are they $160 now? I don't know. But I bought 2 of these. And they're coming. And in fact, I think they're arriving today. And that's good because I need them. Like, I should have had these all along. This is completely on me being lazy and stupid. Why on earth do I have a super high-end gaming PC over here, a PS5 Pro, and I don't have a battery backup for it? I mean, that's dunce level stuff. So now I've got them. I'm going to have one for this side of the office over here, for the PC and the PS5 Pro and the TV and all that equipment. Then I'm going to have the other one on the other side of the office for the capture streaming PC, all my monitors, all the equipment over there. Okay? So there you go. That's the first thing I bought, and that's coming today. The next thing I bought were extra long HDMI cables that are up to standard. I got a couple of these because they're 15-footers, so they should definitely reach across the length of my office. And they're the best, you know, they're highest speed and everything, as you can see, 4K at 120 hertz and everything. So that should be fine. These cables, I'm so happy that these are cheap. Back in the day, they used to rip you off so bad for cables. It was absolutely ridiculous. It made no sense at all. You would try to buy a cable, it'd be like $50. Like, what? Now that you get them for like 10. So that's something that's definitely improved over time, thankfully. Okay, something else that I got. I just bought this one because actually originally I had a different one in my cart, and then the thing's delivery date got pushed out like many days. In fact, look at this. I ordered this, okay, and it's actually coming faster than that. This already got pushed out. Wow. Holy crap. Hold on. Let me double check, because I ordered mine yesterday and it said it's coming this week, and now this says these wouldn't even come till Friday, so it means this one actually must have got pushed out too. I'm glad I bought it when I did. Let me look. Yeah, arriving overnight. I ordered this very one, this very hard drive, and it's arriving overnight tomorrow. But if I hadn't gotten it when I did, I would have had to wait till later in the week. Yeah, it's exactly the same one. Look at that. The 980 Pro. So, yeah, I'm getting it overnight, but if you had ordered it, it wouldn't have come till Friday because it's already on back stock, right? Oh no, Tuesday. It would have come on Tuesday. All right. So I'm getting it a little earlier. But as you can see, the dates are all getting pushed on all this stuff. So this will be the hard drive that I'll use to kind of store all the videos and everything that I record on a daily basis. SSD, which I don't even have right now. I have a standard hard drive that's been malfunctioning for the last year and a half and having corrupted videos. Okay. Yeah, I know. This is a good price too. Look at the price drop. 41%. That's a really good price drop. Now, do I believe it was actually 205? Probably not. I bet that this was actually like 150, 160, but still, this is a great price drop price for it. Okay. So a good value. And then, I think this is here is the capture card that I have purchased. It is the Elgato 4K Pro internal capture card that can do 8K and 4K up to 60 frames. And everything else like 120 frames. So, yeah, pretty cool. Not to say that I'm going to be capturing at 120 frames. I could just imagine what the file size would be. I'm probably going to be sticking to 60 frames. But it's a really good internal capture card. And has a lot of, features and things that I'm going to want. Not that I'm ever going to use 8K pass-through. I don't think I'm ever going to use that, right? But it should have no lag whatsoever. And it will fit a pretty standard, PC case. And this is one of the reasons when people were suggesting, hey, get this PC. And I was looking into it. I was like, nah, that case wouldn't even fit this capture card. And I need to have a dedicated capture card. The days of me using external are over. I need to stop. It's been a decade. I want to use something internal that's, very dependable. All right. All right. So that's all the stuff that I ordered already. And it's en route. And it should be here within the next couple of days. The one thing I haven't done, I haven't actually bought the PC yet. All right. And I'm still looking at the same three that we were looking at. That we were looking at earlier in the week. So this one, it's a Ryzen 7, okay, with a 4070 Super graphics card and a good amount of RAM. And it has a lot, you can see, it has a lot of space for expansions. So that way I can actually put this capture card in it and not have to worry about running out of space. Okay? So that's one. Then we've got this one. Another Skytech, another Ryzen 7. And I think the difference, I think the graphics card is slightly less. I can't remember the difference. There's a distinct difference between the two. Okay? I don't care. It's funny because, of course, they all have RGBs now. I don't give a crap about the RGBs on this thing at all. Like this PC, unlike my gaming PC, which is right there in front of me and I get to see the RGBs all day, this PC will sit over here to my left and I'll probably never look at it. So I could care less if it has RGBs and fancy bells and whistles and stuff like that. Okay? So I think these two are very similar. I'm not exactly sure what the distinct difference is because I think they're the same processor. I think this one has a slightly better graphics card because this is the 4070 Super, while this is just the standard 4070, I think. But outside of that, I'm not really sure what the difference is, besides maybe the case design. This one has a 650-watt power supply. This one has a slightly increased 750-watt power supply, right? And then the third one that I was looking at, this one I think is a step down in the processor. But it's a lot cheap. Oh, also the graphics card. So it's a step down in the processor. It's a step down in the graphics card. But man, is it a lot cheaper. $300 cheaper. Just to skimp a little bit. And I'm like, maybe I should do that and save some money. Because I don't know. Am I really going to need the Ryzen 7? And am I really going to need the 4070? Or would the Ryzen 5 and the 4060 cut it? Right? I'm not sure. So I'm not sure. And, yeah, I know. The thing is, the looks of these are ridiculous. Like, again, I don't care what they look like. I'm just looking at the components inside. That's it. And the components inside look good. So I'm still not decided. And it's funny because I've been talking to a couple people. And basically, here's what's going on. All right. I am not deathly afraid, but I'm afraid here's what's going to happen because this always happens to me. And it pretty much happens to everyone who spends a lot of money on something. You spend a lot of time looking at stuff. You're like, oh, all right. I finally made my decision. Here we go. And you buy it. And then immediately something better is on sale. And you're like, fuck, if I waited like a day, I could have got the better thing. So right now, I'm really on the fence of what to do. Now, Hart made a good point. He says the GPU does the encoding, so you shouldn't skimp. You're right and you're wrong. because whatever PC I buy has to encode 3 different times at the same time. It has to encode for the kick stream at 1 bit rate. It has to encode for the YouTube stream at a much higher bit rate. And it has to encode on-demand videos for YouTube at a different bit rate that's highest. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Luthe says, why do you need a graphics card for a streaming PC? Luthe, if you don't understand why I would need a graphics card for a streaming PC, you should never ask a question about a PC ever again. You have absolutely no concept of how PCs work, and you should just stay quiet in my chat. That is the most ludicrous question I've ever been asked. Wow. I seriously can't believe he just asked that. Why do you need a graphics card to capture? Anyway, it's a legit question. Okay, here you go. When you capture, something on your PC has to be used. It's either going to be your CPU or your processor, or it's going to be your GPU, your graphics card. It's got to be one or the other. Now, depending on which you use, you can use different codecs and technology to encode differently. For example, there's a certain standard of codec that you can use to encode with a graphics card that will have a different quality level and a different amount of memory used than, say, if you were using your CPU. You use different stuff to do it, okay? So basically, you need to have a good graphics card to capture well. If you have a crappy one, you're going to encode at a lower quality. It's going to be bigger file size. It's not going to look as good. It's going to take longer. But you want to have the best, because when you're doing it, you want it to be fast, zippy, great sharp quality, and not giant file size. So there you go. So, yeah, this setup, again, I do things very differently than most other people. Most people literally do everything exactly the same. So they'll be running a game at a certain resolution and quality, then they'll capture that game. Actually, they won't even do that. What they will do is they'll just stream. And they'll just stream to one service at one resolution and one quality. And then when they're done streaming, they just let that be their archive. Okay? I don't do that. I'm literally right now, I'm streaming to 2 different services, and I'm capturing at a completely different bit rate to my PC, which I upload after the fact. I do twice as much work as pretty much everyone else. And I have always done it that way, because I want my stuff to look the best or be the best. So that's why I put in the extra effort to have better quality in different places. Now with this new PC, I want it to be even better. I want the best I could stream to Kick, the best I could stream to YouTube, and the best videos I could put on demand. I want the best of the best, okay? Now, I'm not thinking that I want to go 4K yet. Reason being, 4K video is insanely huge. Like, to do 4K recordings, they're giant, and they would take forever to upload to YouTube. And it's not even my internet's fault, it's YouTube's fault. Like, YouTube's ingestion servers for uploads are slow as dirt now. Like, for example, even at the quality I'm recording at now, when I go offline on my first stream, which is around 4:30 p.m., I'll start uploading all of my videos for the day, and I'll come back around 7 p.m., so that's 2.5 hours, and sometimes the videos aren't done uploading yet. And it has nothing to do with me and my upload speeds. My upload speeds are lightning fast. It's YouTube servers are slow to take the video. So imagine now, I'm recording at 4K resolution, and I'm uploading giant files. It might take me overnight to even get any videos uploaded to YouTube, and then 4K would probably take ages to process on YouTube, because their processing on the back end also is slow. So basically, I feel like right now I want the capability to do 4K, but I don't want to do 4K yet. You see, like, I want to have a PC that's ready to go when I feel like the capability is there and everyone's ready to watch 4K. I want to have that, but I'm not ready to do it yet. It would take too long. I feel like they're going to, in the next few years, I feel like things are going to change. The standard probably will go to 4K, and then everyone's going to want it, and then I'm going to be ready for it, as opposed to, oh, I bought something now that only does 1080p, and now I'm behind the 8 ball, right? Why different qualities for everything? Here's why. Kick only allows 8,500 kilobits per second streaming, which isn't great. It's okay. You could do 1080p 60 frames. It's decent, but it's not great for certain games like Call of Duty or Street Fighter. It's going to be choppy. and pixelized in some cases, and there's nothing you can do. You need a better bit rate for it to excel at that. If you want like the maximum, like I do 20,000. I do either do 15 or 20,000 kilobits per second for my videos I store locally on my PC, and they're gorgeous. They look like buttery smooth because I'm doing such a high bit rate. But you can't stream at that on Kick. You can stream at that on YouTube, and I was for many months, but then I co-streamed on Kick and I had to downgrade my quality. So now I'm very, very excited to be able to do these multiple different qualities. Like I want to do the highest you could do to Kick, a really high bit rate to YouTube, and then also record at a great bit rate and have all of those be separate processes. And that's what I need this PC for. That's why when people say, why can't you just do it on your gaming PC? Because my gaming PC can't run a game, stream at 2 different qualities, and record at a different quality all at once. It's insane. It would have the crazy bottleneck and all the memory would be maxed out. You can't do it. So stop saying silly things. Why does Twitch have a compressed bit rate? Because they don't want to spend money. It's that simple. Like YouTube basically has unlimited funds. So YouTube allows you to stream and upload to whatever bit rate you want. You can literally go super sky high 4K, amazing quality, and YouTube allows it and doesn't care. Twitch, they don't want to spend money. They don't want to upgrade their infrastructure. They don't want to have servers that can handle it. So they make you stream at a tiny bit rate. It's stupid as shit. You know, Kick is somewhere in the middle, the 8,500 kilobits, because Twitch is still 6,500 kilobits, right? Which is like the lowest. It's abysmally bad. 8,500 kilobits, you can at least pull it off and it looks decent. Like my videos here on Kick don't look bad, but they just don't look as good as they did on YouTube a couple months ago when I was doing the higher bit rate. There you go. Methylphenidate says 1440p is where it's at. 4K's for boomers that don't know any better. You may be right. I think 1440p may be the sweet spot. Maybe that's what I actually want to be doing. Like, so maybe I would do 1080p 60 frames to Kick, 1440p high bit rate to YouTube, and 1440p high bit rate on demand for the videos on YouTube as well. Maybe that's what I'll do with this new rig, because this new rig should be able to do that. So we'll see. Okay, so anyway, these PCs are the current 3 that I'm looking at. You know, 2 of them are pretty great, and one of them is less, but it's a lot cheaper. It's over $300 cheaper. So I'm looking at those 3, and I'm like, oh, I gotta decide. Or if another one pops up. The thing is, a few people sent me the PCs they were recommending, and then when I looked further into them, sadly, they were having, like, for example, one of them looked amazing, and then I looked into it, and the motherboard has, like, no room for anything. So I wouldn't even be able to put the capture card on the dang thing because they put a tiny motherboard in it for some stupid reason. So if anyone has other suggestions of PCs you'd like me to look at, send them my way. I'd be more than happy to look, but I need to basically pull the trigger on this within the next few days. Like, the only thing I could do is I could wait till Cyber Monday, but there's no guarantee that there's going to be a better deal on Cyber Monday, and then these will be over. These end at the end of the week. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting, and see how it goes, all right? So, yeah, so let's see what happens. Again, suggestions, send me my way, but that's what's going on. So I think the surge protectors arrived, or the battery backup surge protectors arrived today. A lot of these other components are arriving over the next couple of days, and then I got to decide on the PC. And then I'll pull the trigger on that, and then, you know, we'll get it going, all right? So, by the way, someone, I think it was Kyle, did a re-upping of their sub over on Kick. Correct, Kyle? That was you? So that should count as another 5 towards the stream today. My fault, because I wasn't tracking. I was talking, and I got derailed there, right? All right. I sound terrible? War Turtle says, are you sick? You sound terrible. Do I sound terrible to anyone else? War Turtle, is your speakers fucked up or something? What are you talking about? Oh, I'm not even, like, this isn't even a day where my post-nasal drip is, like, acting up. I have no clue what you're talking about. Anyway. It sounds like I can barely breathe. Okay, no, really? You need to check your speakers or your ears. I have no idea what you're talking about at all. I'm not suffering. I'm not struggling to breathe. I'm not choking. I'm not clearing my throat. I'm not blowing my nose. I'm not snorting. I have no idea what you're talking about. Unless you're being dumb. Maybe you're just being stupid. I mean, that could be too. Maybe you're just a dumbass. Anyway. All right. So, folks, that's what I'm up to now. And in the next few days, I have to make a definitive decision on what it is that I want to buy. I'm not sure yet. All right. But I'm close. And again, if you guys have any recommendations or suggestions, I'm all ears. I'd like to hear if you found anything better than what you think those three are that I found. And we'll go from there. Okay? Okay. Schedule for the week. Let's talk about it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I have something very important to tell you. Starting